effect until 3 p.m. National Weather Service in Cleveland for Crawford County. Do we have southern Erie County in this, Danny? No. Okay, this one's for Crawford County until 3 p.m., so we've got about 16 minutes. A few minutes earlier, a thunderstorm, and you can see it right here, capable of producing a tornado, was located 7 miles north of Linesville. If you could put it back to the reflectivity mode for a second, we'll show you the traditional radar view and then maybe a storm tracker for you. So this is the storm. Now the first thing I want to tell you to set your minds at ease is this is a radar indicated tornado. That means at this point it was brought about to the National Weather Service in Cleveland because of some rotation in the clouds. This storm is moving fairly quickly. The edge of it is on Springboro right now, and it is moving towards Cambridge Springs. The last check we had was that it was moving at about 30 miles per hour. Now, what we want to do is, why don't we do a little storm track here for those of you in the way of this storm. Again, it's a radar indicated storm. We're seeing a little shear right in here east of Springboro where the grays are matching up with the reds. But again, this is radar indicated, so if you are in these towns like Mosiertown, Sagertown, Venango, Cambridge, Townville, and Conneautville Lake, here's the approximate time of arrival for this storm. So certainly if you are in the I-79 corridor, basically north of Meadville and to about the Erie and Crawford line, you want to be in a safe place. You want to be able to make sure you're in a basement if you have one. If you don't have a basement, you seek shelter in the lowest floor of a house without a basement and an interior room, closet, bathroom. What you want to do if you don't have a basement is just keep yourselves away from outside walls and windows. So basement if you have one. If you don't, interior room on the first floor. You want to get out of a mobile home. You don't want to be driving in this as well. So looking at any storm reports we're seeing there, Dan, anything, T? We've got meteorologist Tom DeVecchio and Dan Rupp in the house with you tonight, so we're going to just get you through this over the next 14 minutes. We're not getting storm reports from the National Weather Service at this point, but they're the ones that issued the warning, so those of you in northwestern, central Crawford County, and eventually eastern Crawford County are under this warning until 3 p.m. So let's go back to reflectivity for a second. Tell me if you're seeing anything on any of the other panels, Dan, that would indicate. Do we have the shear markers indicated there as also? Right? Okay, then that's another good news. So that's why we're here, to prepare you, not scare you. Certainly, there's a lot of heavy rain here. Why don't you turn on the lightning for a second here, and we will take a look at the lightning and maybe the lightning counter. So there's plenty of lightning with these storms, and we're going to watch the lightning counter here on this time lapse, and you're going to see it build, and then it drops a little bit, okay? So there's a lot of rain, there's a lot of lightning, but right now this is a radar indicated tornado warning until 3 p.m. The heaviest rain and the lightning is over here east of Springboro. The heaviest part of the cell is moving past Springboro. It is headed towards Mosiertown, Sagertown, Venango, Cambridge, Townville, and Conneautville Lake. And you can see some of the leading edge of the cell just punching south of Edinburgh and into Venango Township in Crawford County. And it looks like it's going right now to the north of Sagertown. But you folks in those areas, certainly keep your guard up. Is this the northern half still of Crawford County until 3 p.m., guys? Yes, sir. Okay, so that's another good news. Meadville is not included in this warning. Sagertown is, Venango. So again, common sense, folks. As you look at this storm, go across the area from Springboro over here to entering Cambridge Springs, already entered Venango, and is skirting the north side of Sagertown. Do the thing that protects you and your family the most. Meteorologist Tom DeVecchio right here with an update.
So we just got a call from a Skyward operator in Conneautville. Right now there is a tornado on the ground. There is debris. This tornado was located about 5 miles east of Conneautville. It is moving toward the southeast. So Dan's zooming in on it right now, as you can see. And it is moving along King Road. So again, there is debris on the ground, heavy rainfall. This came in from a Skyward operator in Conneautville as we get more information. So if you live along King Road, 5 miles east of Conneautville, it is moving toward the southeast. So that would be this area right here, and moving off. Sorry about that, okay? Moving toward the southeast of Conneautville. If you live in this area within 5 to 10 miles of Conneautville, you want to take shelter right now as the tornado appears to be moving your way. We will be keeping you updated with more updates as they come in.
Okay. Chip, why don't you tell our control room operator that we need another mic for another meteorologist here. Okay, Danny Rupp has zoomed this in. It looks like Smith Road is the area of concern here. You can see where the greens are mapping on into the red. So this is the first report we have of something on the ground, Skywarn operator. And so right here, and I'm looking for the crossroads here, Danny. It looks like we've got Creek Road, what else? Smith Road here, T729, I believe that is, and over here is North Norrisville Road. So we've centered the circulation of this tornado right here. If you are in Smith Road or this road down here, now it's heading to the east. What's the road over there, Danny, starting with the S to the east of your circle? T492 Maple Drive, and the next one over right back here, this one which starts with S, a couple of S roads. South Moisuretown Road and Stebbins Road. You guys, you want to take shelter because this is where the center of rotation is right here in Crawford County right now. Let's zoom it out a little bit more so we can give folks the perspective. And again, it is about ready to cross I-79 here, just west of Venango, west of Sagertown. And we are moving to the east, right, Danny? The cell itself is moving to the east, so you want to be taking shelter, obviously, not only in Moisuretown, but also in Venango and Woodcock and up into Cambridge Springs. So here is your center of circulation of the tornado. Let's go back to reflectivity for a second here.
This is Tom.
Danny, and
Hey, Heather, what's up? Hey.
Hold on, I think my director's talking to me. Could you speak up just a little bit?
Okay.
Hello?
Go ahead.
All right. I think it's Tom D in there. Tom, are you talking to me?
No.
Okay.
I'm not T.
All right. All right. So it is east of Moisuretown, moving through that area right now. The heaviest stuff moving over 79, headed towards Venango and Woodcock. And again, Chip, could you have somebody come out here and mic up Tom D, please? Somebody, we need to, okay. All right, T, are you ready? Do you have a microphone? Which microphone are we going to use here? Okay. All right, he's getting some information. So again, the center of the cell right now, moving out of Rundle, over Moisuretown. You want to be in a safe place. Venango, you want to be in a safe place. Woodcock, you want to be in a safe place, as well as Cambridge Springs. This tornado warning is in effect for another 9 minutes, and we're right here with you with the latest information. So tornado warning until 3 p.m. for northern Crawford County. And again, just to give you a sigh of relief, if you're not in northern Crawford County, if you're down here in the Meadville area, Guys Mills, and down to Titusville and Cochraton and Jamestown and those southern Crawford County towns, you are not in this warning. This is for northern Crawford County, and you can see the cell itself showing a little bit of a hook in here. Dan, no shear markers yet. Is that what you're telling me, buddy? Okay, let's try another look into the Doppler here. And again, we're starting to get some, whenever you see greens and reds next together here. This is on, what is this, Maple Drive, south of Mosiertown, South Mosiertown Road. This appears to be where the center of circulation is right now. So the center of circulation is to the east of Rundle, to the south of Mosiertown, to the north of Coons Corners, and it is kind of driving along Maple Drive here. Now, this cuts under I-79. So if you're anywhere near I-79, just to the west of it, you know, is where the center of circulation is. It's going over 79 if it maintains itself as a tornado, and it will continue right along Maple Drive as we get east of 79. Back it out just a little bit for me, Danny. I just need a couple more towns here. There we go. That's good. So it looks like it's going to go east on Maple Drive, east of 79, and between Sagertown and Venango. And we're tracking Venango at 3:10 p.m. So, and this is Venango Township, Crawford County. That's where you want to be. Oh, I need a microphone for Tom DeVecchio. Oh, you got it, T? Tom DeVecchio is going to join us with some more information.
We just got Heather Reichel, who was our storm chaser. She notes that Route 198, Rolling Fields Nursing Home, trees are down there, and the road is closed at 198 at Rolling Fields
Mike, check on that
home.
warning.
Okay. So again, that's what we have right now, and you know, again, we told you earlier about the tornado. Again, appears to be now, as Tom was mentioning, a little farther
here,
toward.
Right here. Here's 79, South Mosiertown Road,
Okay.
Maple Drive. So it looks like it's going to cut just to the north of Sagertown. So certainly those of you guys in Sagertown and Woodcock want to be in a safe place. And we'll continue to funnel people in here with the latest. We just had another warning come again on the...
Okay.
Okay, we're going to be with you for a while, folks. This tornado warning has been extended until 3:45 p.m. And again, it is in northern Crawford County right now, getting close to I-79, right here east of South Mosiertown Road on Maple Road right here. And this is about ready to go across. Tom DeVecchio already talked about the tree damage being reported in other areas. And so you want to be on your guard here. Now, those of you along I-79 and to the east here. Again, this is Venango Township in Crawford County. So this is not Erie County. This is not Venango County. This is Venango Township in Crawford County. And then Woodcock Borough is next. It seems to be tracking on a path to the east. So anyone along these roads here, you want to make sure you're in the safe place. Let me get a couple more roads here, Danny, in the middle, just to the east and northeast of the track. Again, this is for Crawford County, not Erie County. Down just a little bit here, we've got Acker Road, we've got Pond Drive, we've got Maple Drive. You guys are under the gun right now. Townhouse Road right there. North Mead Road, you would be next to the east of 79.
Watch for Erie and Crawford till 11 p.m. now.
Okay. All right. We've just been put under a tornado watch for Erie and Crawford until 11 p.m. tonight. So not only do we have this warning for northern Crawford County until 3:45, but we also have a tornado watch for both counties and probably some other counties too. Mike, see if you can find out if there's any other counties in there. And the watch is till 11 p.m. So right now we're focusing on the I-79 corridor, Maple Drive, Pond Drive. It looks like in the next rotation it has skipped east of 79 along Maple Drive and Pond Drive, and this is North Mead Road right here. So this is the area where this tornado is indicated by radar, and we've already had some damage reports with this tornado as well. So you want to make sure you're in a safe place as it moves to the east. Nice shot there. There's the center of rotation where the greens meet the reds. Do you have more information, Michael?
It's in Ohio, Ashtabula, Trumbull, Mahoning, and Erie and Crawford till 11.
Okay. Erie, Crawford, Ashtabula, Trumbull, and that's the tornado watch. Right now, we want to focus on the tornado warning. So again, this storm is moving to the east and will continue to affect Crawford County. And we will be with you right here on JET Fox Facebook Live until it either lifts or is canceled or runs out. This is life and property we're concerned about. We've already had several calls from people in Crawford County, and obviously you want to take shelter. So this is the center of circulation. Looks like it's going over North Mead Row, just east of I-79, and it's headed to the east here. Hill Road is behind it, Hillview Road, that looks like right there. Grange Center Road. So these are all places that are around the circulation of the tornado. If you live on those streets or roads, you want to either be in your basement. If you don't have a basement, you want to be in the lowest floor, in an interior room, away from the outside walls, away from the windows. And we also want to take note that if you're in a mobile home, that is not a safe place to be, and obviously driving in a car. If you're out in the country, you know, what you want to do is find a ditch or the lowest level of ground that you can find, because we have had a confirmed reports. And T, why don't you come back in here now with, we want to reiterate the Skywarn Observer report, if you don't mind, as well as what our storm chaser, Heather Reichel, has talked to us. You're mic'd up. I'm going to step out. You take it away.
Okay. Heather Reichel, Route 98, Rolling Fields Nursing Home. We do have trees down. It is closed at the Rolling Fields Nursing Home. There is a big down tree there. And earlier we did have a report of out in the Conneautville area of some debris from one of the Skywarn operators out there. And that is, this certainly is something that's certainly a dangerous situation here. Now, as we check out the circulation, you can see here headed the town of Venango, we find the circulation right now. Where you see the green and the red, that's what we're watching here. Dan, can you stop the loop on that, please, and zoom in a little bit closer to that particular area where we're seeing the circulation? Dan, can you zoom in on, can you stop the circulation, zoom in, stop, and right there. Okay, that's good. Move it to the right just a touch. The other right. Okay, thank you. Here is the circulation. Where you see the greens and the reds together, that is where the circulation is. That is where we're finding the most likely spot of where the tornado might be. It is moving toward the east, so Woodcock, you're under the gun for this. And again, this has a history of causing debris, trees down as it moves along some of these outlying roads here. Can we zoom in a little tighter there, Dan? And see if I can get some of the names. Okay, so, and there we go. This is, looks like Broadford Road there. That's where the circulation's it's going to moving eastward. And zoom out just a bit, Dan. Let's see, let's get the Woodcock area. If you can, there we go. So Woodcock there. So it's no more than a couple miles from Woodcock, maybe less than a mile, moving very quickly. So within the next 2 to 3 minutes, this will start to feel the effects there in Woodcock with this particular one, as you can see, about 2 miles away. So you're talking less than 5 minutes before it actually gets to you over in Woodcock. And if we hear any more information, we'll certainly let you know. Okay, Dan, let's zoom out, give a little wider look. Just for the rest of you, let's go real wide here, Dan. Let's cover Northwest PA right there. Okay, so you can see, and we are in velocity mode here. You can see that this is a very classic. Go back to the reflectivity there, Dan. This is a classic look here. The notch that we see in here oftentimes is the inflow of that precipitation, of that rain and tornadic activity. So that's what we watch along with velocity. We have other storms here. So far, none appear to have the severe look that this one has. None have the tornadic look. So we are still going to concentrate here on Crawford County. So Dan, let's go back and tighten up there on that circulation. In
Crawford County and Ashtabula now till 3:45.
Okay, tornado warnings for Crawford County and Ashtabula County until 3:45. So here is the circulation. We're following it here on Storm Tracker, heading into the Woodcock area, and it is moving toward the east-southeast, speed about 50 miles an hour. I'm sorry, how much?
Moving east at 35.
Moving east at 35 miles an hour. So, so that means that over the next hour or so, 35 miles an hour, these are the towns that are in its wake. Woodcockboro, Rockdale Acres, Little Cooley, New Richmond. You are going to be Sagertown. You appear to be okay. Looks like the circulation just to your north. So you're okay. Meadville, you're also okay with this, this particular system here. So this is moving toward the east. Some of the smaller towns here, Little Cooley, Rockdale Acres, Brown Hill, and eventually to Lincolnville, Riceville, Centerville. You could be, again, under the gun with this circulation. So far, it does appear to be holding. And if we get any more ground truth, we'll certainly let you know. Okay, this is this is what we call an upper level lock. This is a circulation, the shear markers that we often talk about here. Is that what you have there, Dan, or is this? Okay, so that's a shear marker. Is that red? Is that that looks like a red color? Okay, it's actually a red color. We call that a low level lock. That means that there's spin in the lower levels closer toward the ground. Scott, you have something here?
Union City is holding all the kids in school until after the threat is passed. So
Okay.
kids won't be able to leave.
Okay, we just got word. Thank you, Scott. Union City, all schools? Okay, all schools in Union City, just wanted to pass it along, all schools in Union City are holding their students in class until this circulation goes by. Probably a prudent move, even though it will stay probably to the south of you, but that's a good, prudent move because besides this, we have other storm systems in the region. So again, Union City schools, parents, if you're watching, Union City School District is holding their students until the storm passes, probably in at least another half hour. That would be the best guess here before they let them out. So here again, we have the circulation. Looks like it's very close to Woodcockboro, just south of Woodcockboro. This is that the projected path there, Dan, that blue line?
That's how far it is away from Corners area.
Penny Corners there, okay. So, so there it is, Woodcockboro, and the movement here. Here's Dan giving the big fan there of the potential movement of where the circulation will be. Looks like the circulation has slipped a little bit farther toward the south, but we're still seeing that what we call gate-to-gate shear. Each one of these notches is considered a gate. So gate-to-gate shear appears to be in this region between Woodcock itself, the center of Woodcock, and Woodcock Grange, moving toward the east. So looks like the next town appears to be Penny Corners, and within the next probably another 10 minutes or so based on what we're seeing here. Again, moving off toward the east. Now again, this circulation has had a history of debris. We do have trees down in Route 98 near the Rolling Meadows nursing home. Let me double check. Rolling Fields, thank you very much. It's the Rolling Fields nursing home. That's where the trees are down along Route 98. So that is closed. You won't be able to get by on that road. You have to take an alternate route there. That's in the Conneautville region. So we're watching this. So far, the last pass here shows that the circulation, we're not seeing the green and the reds here. That's good news. Hopefully, as we'll watch this, hopefully that'll mean that the circulation may be breaking down a bit. It's not a certainty, though. Warning is still in effect until 3:45. So if you are in the path of this storm toward the east, New Richmond, Penny Corner, Teepleville, Rockdale, and out toward areas near Centerville, you want to take cover in the basement, in the lowest floor of your home. If you don't have a basement, if you go into the basement, stay away from windows, find a corner, get under the steps. That's another good place. If you do not have a basement, the lowest floor of your home, toward the middle of your home, so you're surrounded by more walls, small rooms, closets, or a bathroom, another good place to go. Get down, cover your head until this circulation goes on by. So Dan putting a loop on this, and you can see as we check out this loop, some of the greens and the reds here are starting to lose a little bit. We're starting to lose it just a little bit. Again, hopefully that means that we will, that we're seeing a diminishing threat here. But we still have what we call this low-level lock, and that's brought up here. That low-level lock means that the lowest levels of the Doppler, in this case, this Cleveland Doppler, I'm assuming, Dan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is Cleveland's Doppler. So the radar beam is noticing circulations in the lowest levels. So again, as long as that lock is still there, that's something that we need to watch, and that shows that there's still some circulation. And we're still getting some circulation here. Dan is circling where the center of it is. Let's zoom in tight here, Dan. Okay, that's good. Zoom out a little bit so we can get some of those road names. Okay, this is looks like Leambach Road and Russell Road, Route T656, Price Road. That's where it is right now. That's where the center of the circulation. And if there is a tornado on the ground, that's the most likely area that it will be. Now keep in mind, there could be a little play on this data. So even if you're close to it, you definitely want to take shelter. Again, this is moving toward the east, White Hill Road. And can we get this road here, Dan, by chance, if you zoom in a little tighter? Let's see if that'll pop up for us. Okay, it's not going to pop up. That's fine. Okay, but this, it's okay. Apologize for that. It won't pop up for us. Scott, you got something?
Pencrest and Edinburgh have now joined Union City. They're all holding students.
Okay, Pencrest School District, Edinburgh School District, and Union City School Districts. Those are the 3 school districts that are holding their students in class until this circulation goes by. Again, a very prudent move. So again, if you have students, any level from kindergarten through 12th grade, Pencrest, Edinburgh, Union City, all holding their students until the danger has passed here.
That's Gravel Run Road.
Gravel Run Road. Thank you very much, Dan. Finding out there. Thank you. Gravel Run Road, Swift Hill Road. This is where the circulation is right now. And if we hear any more ground truth, again, we will get that information to you. Dan, let's switch it to, keep it tight, switch over the reflectivity here. And so we can see, oftentimes with a tornado, it's usually not in the area where the heaviest rainfall is. Oftentimes the heaviest rainfall is ahead of it. So you can, just updated here, you can see Swift Hill Road areas toward the east where we're getting those very heavy downpours. And let's zoom out just a bit here, Dan. Maybe we can see a little bit of the notching that goes on here. Now, we are finding actually one here down toward Woodcock Grange. So this may be another area of circulation near Woodcock that we're watching. But we saw, go ahead and go back to velocity mode, Dan. And but the main circulation here appears to be in between Penny Corners and areas along Route 761. So we're watching this. The good news is, again, this is encouraging to see that the circulation doesn't appear to be as organized as it was about 5 or 10 minutes ago. But the warning will remain in effect, again, until we get an official cancellation of the tornado warning. Until we get that official from the Weather Service, we will stay on the air and we will watch it for you. And if we get any more details, we will pass that along as well. I want to remind you, the Edinburgh School District, Pencrest School District, Union City School Districts are all holding their students at all levels from K through 12 until this goes by. T, you got anything more for us, bud?
Well, I think maybe if we could, Danny, let's just widen out, maybe even in the reflectivity mode here, just to take a look back to the west to see if we have any other storms of any consequence, because we have had a couple. We've had a phone call from Albion, so the folks that called in Albion, this storm and this tornado warning is for northern Crawford County right now. Now, you still see some heavy rains in Conneautville and Pierpont, but the storm in question is now over central Crawford County near the I-79 corridor and stretching east towards Centerville. So this is the storm right in here that's responsible for the tornado warning. I want to talk to my producer for a second. Carly Dice, if you have any reports, radio checks, bring people in here with information. Do you have some information?
Titusville is keeping the students as well.
Okay.
And Union City.
Okay. Titusville is keeping their students as well as Pencrest and Union City. Any reports you hear from anybody, phone calls, scanners, get them coming in here. We'd love to know more. We're going to handle the meteorology side of this, and the reason we...
Thunderstorm warning for Warren County at least till 4:30 now.
Okay, now there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Warren County. This is not a tornado warning. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. So the tornado warning, again, basically from just west of 79 in Crawford to the Warren line, and now a severe thunderstorm warning for Warren County until when? 4:30. So we'll be watching this storm and checking the intensity of it. But again, Danny, just back up just a little bit here. This is right now staying south of Albion. You've got another cell here and another cell in Ashtabula County. So let's zoom into that just for a second here, just to let the folks know out to the west of the warning here, you still have a strong thunderstorm. Again, as you look here at Conneautville, Palmer, south of Beaver Center, Stamberg, north of Center Road and Dickinson. This is producing heavy rain, maybe some small hail, and certainly some gusty winds. So even though you're not in the tornado warning, you got a strong thunderstorm here, and we're looking at another cell back here. This is Ashtabula County in Ohio. Why don't you run a little laps on them, widen it out, run a little laps for me, and we'll show you the movement of these cells.
Quarter-inch hail reported at Woodcock at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Big hail with this too.
Okay, quarter inch.
Quarter-inch.
Okay, that's not severe hail. Quarter size, that is severe hail. All right, that is from Woodcock. But first of all, we'll just show you the movement. If you're in this corridor, east central Ashtabula County, the northern half of Crawford County, and eventually into Warren County, this is where you want to stay in a safe place, because we still have the tornado warning for about another half hour from just west of Cambridge and Venango and Sagertown, now stretching eastward into Centerville. But we also have other very strong to severe storms tracking across what you might call the Route 198 corridor in Crawford County. So definitely want to be able to be in or get to a safe place quickly. East central Ashtabula, over into northwest Crawford with that storm, but the tornado warning continues from Cambridge, Venango, Sagertown, over to Centerville and Spartansburg until 3:45. So again, we've had some school districts, including Titusville and Pencrest, Edinburgh, Union City. Titusville, Pencrest, Edinburgh, Union City. They're holding the kids there until this storm passes. And the warning, as we said, expires at 3:45.
Important update. 3:14 p.m. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Cambridge Springs, 11 miles northeast of Meadville, moving east at 35.
Okay, let's zoom in and find this storm. Just another storm report for you. We had the 1-inch hail. Where was the 1-inch hail again, Danny? Woodcock Borough right there, and you can see where this pink moved over. That's that hail core that's going right across into Teeplesville, Rockdale Acres, Little Cooley, right there. So if you guys are on 408, right there, expect hail. Now, the latest report, and perhaps a little more alarming, is a report of a tornado, and this was at, what, 3:14 p.m.?
3:14.
Do you have something on that, Tom DeVecchio?
Which one? Go ahead. What is it?
Report of a large and extremely dangerous tornado near Cambridge Springs.
Okay. That is Dan Rupp. Come on in, Tom DeVecchio. We'll track it for you here. This is being called a large and extremely dangerous tornado. And now we've got the shear marker right there. There it is. Cambridge Springs down to Venango, Woodcock, and certainly Sagertown. You are on the edge. Why don't you give us the last frame here, Dan? Cut the laps off so we can just center the shear marker here.
They canceled Ashtabula but continued Crawford.
Okay, Crawford for what?
The tornado warning.
Till 3:45. Tornado warning continues Crawford till 3:45. Maybe find that frame with the latest lock on there, Danny, just backing it up a couple of frames so we can at least have a centering of there. Okay, that's good. So this is about 8 minutes ago, moving into Venango and Woodcock and Cambridge Springs. State the description one more time, Dan, if you don't mind, because this is important for you guys.
Large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Cambridge Springs.
sorry, I'm going to give him his mic. This is our report.
National Weather Service in Cleveland confirmed a large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Cambridge Springs, 11 miles northeast of Meadville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This was reported at 3:14 p.m. So there you go.
And we had one of our callers from Cambridge Springs has opened up and said, yeah, the skies are really weird, and we're getting some wind. We get a lot of wind reports, places like Cambridge Springs, as well as 5 miles east of Conneautville. We got your call, ma'am. Right now, the storm is past Conneautville, and you can see it right here. Here's Venango Township, Crawford County, Woodcock, Sagertown. Meadville is down here. You are not in the warning. I want to repeat, for heavily populated areas like Meadville, you are not in the warning. This storm is right up in here. You can see the shear marker. That is where the winds are twisting. So I just want to check on my list here. Gusty winds in West Mead Township in the last 15 minutes. Some strange skies in Cambridge, and that's the reason why there. You want to make sure you're in a safe place all along this corridor here, and we'll continue to watch things. T, if you got some more, you take over.
Let me just add a little bit here. We just got a report, Heather Reichel, hearing over the scanners, not confirmed, besides Cambridge Springs, the upper Pymatuning area west of Pymatuning. Dan, can you just zoom out and just go west of Pymatuning area? Right there, looks like near Steenberg Center Road. Okay, this is an area where we had a report, just a report of a possible tornado. Right now it looks like it's near Stedman Center and out toward Stedman Center Road. So this is something we will watch. It is not confirmed at this time. Tom A. looks like he's going to go and try and confirm that as well, along with others. So obviously we have multiple situations going here. Also, report on the scanner, they're attempting to evacuate the nursing home, the Rolling Fields nursing home. There may be a possible gas leak. This is on the scanner. Heather is actually going there now to confirm it, but that's what we have right now. So at this point, we do have, again, the one in Cambridge Springs is the main one, but also here, circulation here along West Center Road, near Danton, and Fish Road, Wing Road, place you want to watch as well with that circulation as it moves on in. So apparently these circulations are still going strong, and reports again of some funnel clouds here. We do not confirm that tornado, but that's what we are hearing now from Heather on the scanners as well. So Dan, let's go back to the Cambridge Springs area, and let's go into that region and find out. Just keep it zoomed out like that for a bit so I can get the bearings here. So this is New Richmond. Townville, you appear to be okay. Little Cooley, Teepleville, New Richmond, that's right over you. You want to head to your basement now if you haven't already. And this is moving toward the east at this point. East slightly, is that east or an east-southeast direction, Dan? Dan is a...
The last I've seen was east at 35.
East of 30. So if it's moving east or roughly due east, that means Little Cooley, it's knocking on your door right now. You want to head to a shelter at this point. Riceville, Centerville, probably in less than 15 minutes out. Lincolnville, you want to watch here. Townville, probably going to stay to your north, as again, this moves off toward the east. So these are areas that you want to watch. So we have two areas that we're finding some good circulation here. We also want to remind you, Union City, Edinburgh, and Pencrest school districts are all on, all keeping their kids in school until these storms pass on by here. And so if we hear of any others, was it Titusville too? Did I hear Titusville was also... Okay. No, I was talking about I don't know if the Titusville School District had also.
I don't know where Chip is at the moment.
Okay, that's all right. We'll see if we can confirm that. Sorry about that, Dan.
They are in the tornado warning.
They are in the tornado warning, Titusville area. So you have some more here, T?
No, but what I want to do right now, and we're going to get right back to the radar. Tom's explicitly told you, if you're in any of these towns, get to a basement, lowest floor, out of a mobile home, out of your car, low-lying area, walls around you. You know the drill. But what we want to do, I want to have the directors punch up some sky cams, and then we're going to go back to the radar. We're going to show you some different graphics. So we're going to concentrate on Crawford County just to give you some views to the outside. And T, feel free to chime in if you know anything from this area.
I just want to confirm, I just got a report here. Titusville schools are also holding their kids.
We had them come in too.
Okay, so Titusville, Pencrest, Union City, Edinburgh.
And Joe Eland of our sales staff, I know you have some contacts down there.
He's from
If you
there.
have any information from Southeast, come right in here and tell us. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is Conneaut Lake on our sky cam. And again, this is Route 322. Now, the cell with the tornado warning is east of Conneaut Lake. However, you can still see some nasty skies here, rain not occurring at the moment. You can see the American flag here blowing in the breeze. Dan, why don't you take us over to Meadville? We'll try another one. Right now, going to our Erie Auto Credit cam in Meadville. And there it is. And you can see to the north of Meadville, Meadville is not in this tornado warning. So our live sky cam showing you, here's the nasty thunderstorm cell looking to the north. And that's why we were talking about Cambridge Springs and Venango and the edge of Sagertown, moving over to towns east of there. So that is the nasty thunderstorm that we're looking at right now live that has caused the tornado, a large, possibly damaging tornado near the Cambridge Springs area. Let's do one more, Dan, and tell me when the graphics are up. Let's do Edinburgh for a second here. We'll go to the north side of the storm right now. This is to the south. Meadville, you're not in the warning, but here is Edinburgh. And again, you can see some rain in Edinburgh. Edinburgh, southern Crawford County, not in the warning either. So we've picked the two sky cams. The storm is sandwiched in the middle, okay? So let's go back. We got our graphics up, brother? Okay, thanks a lot, John, and the guys in the control room. Thanks to all the people, our storm chasers and folks in the newsroom that have helped out. Let's go back to the graphics, go back to radar to continue to show you some hot spots. And this is the problem. Dan Rupp has circled some areas of rotation. Again, this is the velocity mode. This is a true Doppler radar. You're not looking at the intensity of the precipitation. You're looking where winds are next to each other, blowing in opposite directions, where there can be rotation. So where you see these grays going onto the reds here, Conneautville, don't let your guard down. Even though you're outside of the tornado warning, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. You see that little loop there? There is some rotation still with that part of the cell down in Conneautville. So make sure you're in a safe place. And here's the other one that had the shear marker that issued the latest tornado warning. And again, that is cutting between Cambridge and Sagertown, right along Route 19 there. That is a nasty cell there. And with our radar imagery, we are also picking up another area of rotation. This is Rockdale Acres and along and just south of Little Cooley. Okay, and so this is all Crawford County. So if you're in the northern portion of Crawford County, you want to be in a safe place because this cell is still active. Our tornado warning is until 3:45, so we've got another 20 minutes to go. We continue to get reports. We're going to pass those reports along to you. We're going to keep looking at this radar until the threat of severe weather, at least in the tornadic sense and damaging wind sense, is passed. So to recap, we've got the tornado warning for north central and northeastern Crawford County for about another 20 minutes. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in Warren County. Now, that's not a tornado warning, but you guys, this is the cell that's headed towards you. So even though you're not doing a lot right now in Warren County, you see the history of this cell. So you guys in Warren County, you want to think about making sure you're in a safe place, even though at this point it is a severe thunderstorm warning. Is it 4:30, Michael?
Yes.
Till 4:30. So this is 3:45 for Crawford tornado warning, 4:30 severe thunderstorm warning for Warren County. So
They added Warren to the tornado watch now too.
okay, and to say it in even a broader sense, there is a tornado watch for all 3 of our local viewing counties. Now on this timeline, Danny, if you don't have a more updated report, maybe you can find the severe weather graphic. It's probably up towards the beginning, and then there'll be another one as far as tornado safety is concerned. And again, you're looking at where this storm started right about an hour ago before the tornado warning was issued. It was over there in Springboro. Yeah, just go up more to the top of the line. If that's the severe weather show you got up there.
This is your full show. I'll replace it though.
Okay. All right. Guys in the control room, we want to do sky cams again. So give us back to sky cams. Yeah, you want severe weather show, you want the watch warning graphic, and then we can do radars and the tornado safety graphic for you folks viewing from home. And again, we're here to prepare you, not scare you. We are here as long as we can. So here's your tornado safety graphic. Obviously, if you have a basement, you want to be down in that basement in your house. If your house does not have a basement, you want to be in the center of your house, like a bathroom, closet, or hallway, away from the outside edges, away from windows. So if you don't have a basement, interior room, and most people are killed by flying debris with tornadoes. So if you can put stuff over you, you know, this is a big help as well. And of course, if you are outside of your house, you want to be in the lowest level if you can't gain access to a dwelling place. If you're in a car, you want to get out of the car. If you're in a mobile home, you want to get out of the mobile home and find the low layers or the lowest lying area. See if you can find that warning map. I'll recap the warnings. We'll go back to the radars. We'll check everything out for you, give you the latest. Okay, and he's showing you the radars right now. So how about a reflectivity mode for us, Dan, for just a second here? And if you can find that watch warning map, give me the thumbs up. But again, strong thunderstorms just southeast of Conneautville. Make sure you're in a safe place there. This one that prompted the extension of the tornado warning is Cambridge to Venango to Sagertown and moving east. Another cell over here towards Little Cooley and Centerville. So any of these towns where you guys are on, you're making sure you're following the rules that we just gave you. And here is the tornado watch. Okay, the counties are shaded in pink, and you can see it does include Erie and Crawford and Ashtabula and Mercer and Venango and Forest and Warren. The tornado warning right now, the only one we have, is for Crawford until 3:45. The severe thunderstorm warning here is for Warren County until 4:30. So why don't we do some storm tracking with some of this stuff and then look into the shear and velocity imagery for you guys. And of course, we're searching our storm trackers. We also have the newsroom on it. Mike Anderson, do you have any storm reports that we should be looking at and passing along to the public? And it continues to be the same old story. Okay, I'm going to move over to Dan Rupp right here so he can use my microphone. This is our latest storm report from the National Weather Service.
Okay, folks, latest report here, 3:28 p.m. A large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Harmonsburg, or 8 miles northwest of Meadville, moving east at 35 miles per hour.
Okay, so we're going to isolate that storm on that. Tom DeVecchio getting some information from those of you in the public and also from our storm trackers who are out in the field and looking for damage and showing us where the hot spots are. So again, the location, Dan's going to zoom in there, try to find some shear markers and some shear, and might not be a bad idea to put some lightning data on there as well. So we are looking north of New Richmond, west of Teepleville, and east of Woodcock, right here where you see the changing colors here. Why don't we, and this is the cell they're talking about here with the 328 update, Dan?
Yes, I believe
Okay. Okay, all right. So obviously, if you're in the towns that I just mentioned there, again, the wording is quite intense, which is why we just showed you the tornado safety rules. You want to be in a safe place, and we're going to be with you until this threat has passed. Okay, so here's another one. And again, if we can just zoom in a little bit, get some roads. Now this is near Norrisville. Okay, yeah, you can center it and blow it up just a little bit. And where you see the colors changing here, this is Wing Road, this is Mill Road, this is State something road. You guys know Robinson Road, South Norrisville Road. This area right in here, just to the southwest of Norrisville in Crawford County, you're under the gun. Okay, that's what the warning that just came out 4 minutes ago, or the update from the National Weather Service is talking about. Obviously, you want to be in those safe places that we described, the basement, lowest level of a building. If you don't have a basement, interior room, away from the windows and walls, not in a mobile home, not driving around, lowest culvert ditch possible if you're out in the country and you can't get below ground. So we were looking at that cell there. What's the speed of movement on these cells here?
This one was moving east at 35. Seems like they're all doing that.
Okay, they're all moving east at about 35. Is there any way you can pop a storm tracker on that particular cell? Give them just a little bit. I believe Tom DeVecchio has some updated pertinent information.
While he's popping that up, just got the update from Conneautville. Basically, all the main roads to Conneautville are blocked. So getting into Conneautville at this point, Heather Reichel, who's our storm chaser out there, all the main roads have been blocked into Conneautville due to town trees. Getting reports of large hail within Conneautville as well. Also got a report from Espyville, a weather watcher out there. Roseanne, thank you. Roseanne said, Linesville, no problems in Linesville, but it's getting very dark, very black. Winds are dying down, and that could mean the possibility of some possible tornadic event there as well. So here's the look here of the movement of that circulation that Tom Atkins was just talking about here. Sagertown, you are in that circulation path. And so that's something you definitely want to watch as well as Blooming Valley and Diameter Center. Did you want to come back into?
You got more? Fire away.
No, that's what I have. That's the latest I have.
Let's check with Main Street too. Let's see what he's got going. All right. Again, here's the towns with that cell. We just isolated. We just got the report at 328. What was the first few lines of that? They were pretty intense, Danny, on that report at 328 that you read over the microphone. 328 storm report that you just read.
Yeah, sure. So that was located near Harmonsburg.
Okay, this is near Harmonsburg, and the descriptive phrase was large.
Extremely dangerous.
Large and extremely dangerous. That's what they're saying right here. So he's done the storm tracker for you for that particular cell that's in these smaller towns. Again, Mosiertown, Rundle, Coons Corners, and again, Tom DeVecchio just talked to you about Conneautville. So pretty nasty over there, damage. And this is what you can expect from this. And this is why we want you in a safe place, because when you get winds this strong, whether they are rotating from a tornado or whether they are what we call straight line or downburst winds, they take down trees. I'm sure we have power outages. And Mike Anderson, that would probably be a good search too, to check out power outages as well. So that's why we want you in a safe place. And this tornadic thunderstorm, which is confirmed on the ground, Denny's Corner, in another minute or two, Sagertown, don't let your guard down. I know we have weather watchers from there hanging out in the basement. That's a good place to be, because if this storm holds together, it's moving right across towards Sagertown, and our storm tracker says 344, it could hit you. Blooming Valley, a little further to the east at 354. So all of you guys right here, see where these pink lines are? Danny, maybe if you want to tap on the edge of it, and we'll give them some storm information from those skits. This is what you call a severe thunderstorm. It's got a lot of shear. That's dangerous twisting of the winds. It's already been confirmed. The top of this storm is 37,000 feet. As another warning just comes off, we'll give you that in a minute. Okay, okay, and this is a new warning for you guys. Crawford County under the gun. So not only do we have this tornado warning, and we're talking about the hail size possibly being 3/4 of an inch. So that's not as big of a concern, but it's not only has a tornado in it, it also is putting down a lot of rain. So what Dan has put on is just this second that bell alarm that just went off. We have a flash flood warning, is it? Is it a warning or a watch?
Flash flood warning until 9:30.
Okay. So you've got it right here in Crawford. Not only does the northern portion of the county still under a tornado warning for at least another 8 or 9 minutes, we also have a flash flood warning for the entire county. And it looks like it may be stretching to the east here as well. I know it stretches back to the west into Ashtabula. Why don't you widen this thing out just a little bit, Dan, and we'll show you. Okay, so Crawford and Ashtabula, this is what you call training of thunderstorms. Why don't you take me back to reflectivity and give me a little time lapse here. These thunderstorms, some of them producing tornadoes, are moving over the same areas, what I like to call the Route 198 corridor. It's coming out of Ashtabula County, clipping Springboro and Norrisville, coming from Cambridge down to just north of Meadville and heading eastward to between Spartansburg and Titusville. So not only do you have tornadic thunderstorms, 3 of them right there that you can see in the reflectivity mode here, you also now have a flash flood warning until 9 p.m. So if they're not damaging and pulling trees down and creating debris, what they are doing is putting down a bunch of rain. Now, it looks like the worst is north of Meadville, but the flash flood warning is for the entire county at this point. So if you're in a flood-prone area, you want to take care, and you want to make sure you move to a place that's not as prone to flooding, especially if you're in the northern half of Crawford County, or if you've got friends, family, and relatives in Ashtabula County. So we have a tornadic situation. We also have a flooding situation going on right now. Any update from you, Mike, Crawford County, power kind of thing?
I haven't been able to get the full page yet, but
Okay.
they
And
have a tornado struck a nursing home.
okay, yeah, I think we have that from our storm tracker, Heather, and that would be in Crawford County, and that is Rolling Fields. Okay.
Quarter-size hail in Conneautville.
Okay,
That's what
up
we
in Conneautville in northwest, and again, this is the cell that's not under the tornado warning, but it's not only producing heavy rains here in northwestern Crawford County, it's also...
Tornado warning for Warren County until 4:45.
Okay, now the tornado warning has been extended into Warren County just because of this. Our Viper radar picking up, this is what you call a shear marker. Again, area of twisting winds is now north of Hydetown in southeastern Crawford County, and that's why they just put Warren County into a tornado warning. What's the time until?
4:45.
So again, Warren County, this storm is about ready to leave Crawford, go over the border into Warren County. So you guys, especially the southwestern portion west of Tidiute here, you want to be in a safe place.
Or ping pong size hail.
Okay, ping with this cell here?
Yeah, about
Okay.
an inch and a half.
Ooh, inch and a half. Another thing, another report just out just now. Thank you, Dan Rupp, for that. Ping pong ball size hail. That's inch and a half hail being dumped by this storm. Danny, let's just dive in here, find a couple of towns and roads here. Yeah, perfect. As we go into southeastern Crawford, yeah, that's a nice shot here. So as you can see, here's the track from Crawford over into Warren County, both now under a severe thunderstorm warning.
County is now under severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning till 4:15.
Okay, Crawford County is now being extended until 4:15. So tornado warning. So we have tornado warning until 4:15 for Crawford County. We're looking at that cell there north of Titusville and Hydetown, and the towns in line. And we've got one of the, we got a couple of the Warren County towns. You're under a tornado warning until Warren 4:45. So 4:15 for Crawford. 4:45 for Warren. Dan has put a couple of the towns in here, and these are Warren County towns. So if you guys are in Triumph or Tidiute, you are in the path of this tornadic thunderstorm. And one of the best confirmations we can have, remember, we're looking at rotation in the clouds. We also have storm trackers in the field. We have you in the public. Thank you for giving us your reports. And we also are looking to the National Weather Service for their well-trained reports. So putting it all together, when you got a shear marker on the radar, that's twisting winds. This is a good reason why they've held the kids back in the schools in Titusville. Now, this storm looks like it's going to pass to the north of Titusville itself, but it is headed towards Triumph at 4:04, so in about another 22, 23 minutes there, and Titiute at 4:08. Okay, so you guys in Warren County now under a tornado warning until 4:45 p.m. and the tornadic thunderstorm is right here north of Hytown.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
500 to 1,500 customers affected near Conneautville for Penelec power outages. There's 3 in the city of Erie.
We're mainly concerned with Crawford. So 500 to 1,500 power outages in Conneautville. And again, we're still looking at a storm near Conneautville right there. Another area of shear is right here. Even though it doesn't have a shear marker, you can see the colors bumping up against each other just east of 79. Dan Rupp's circling. So let's just jump into that one right there. And, well, he's got all 3. Whatever one you want, brother. Just get some streets. Okay, that's perfect right there. State Route 1018, and he's circling things right here. Widen it out so I can see the lettering of the street, or excuse me, go in a little tighter. I apologize. The old eyes failing me. Drake Hill Road, State Route 218, Armstrong Road, Jones Road, Old Grade Road, okay? This is in eastern Crawford County. If you're in those areas, you want to make sure you're in a safe place taking shelter. Dan, pick one of the other areas that our radars are showing rotation with, and we'll zoom on in. This is just south of Sagertown, okay? So you're looking at the changing colors here, East Cole Road, Peterson Road, Main Street Extension coming out of Millville, or coming out of Meadville, Fountain House Corners area. It looks like okay, very good. Wagner, it looks like there. Hogue Road, go up a little bit, Dan, if you don't mind, just a little bit higher. Brown Road, as well as Park Avenue Extension. So this is just north of Meadville, and it's headed to the east, getting ready to cross State Route 86. These alarms...
430 is now for Crawford County.
Okay, we're going to 430 for Crawford County tornado warning. And for Warren County?
Till 4:45.
Okay, till 4:45. So again, we're with you until the danger of tornado and damage is past, because this is life and property, folks. So we're going to focus in on the next area of some shear here. Meteorologist Dan Rupp will give you a little locator, and then we'll zoom in to show you guys what streets are being affected by this portion of the tornadic thunderstorm. And again, the town's bounded by Little Cooley, looks like it's a little east of there, a little north of Townville, a little west of Centerville, and northwest of Clapville, right there where you see the radar changing the colors. That would be the center of circulation with that rotation. And again, Crawford County being extended till 4:30 for their tornado warning. So if we could go in a little bit tighter here, and we'll name some of the streets in this area, in this dangerous part of the storm. And again, we're looking at Russell Road right here, Cloverdale Road, South Goodwill Road, T665. If you're in these roads and it's moving to the east towards this north-south road, a little tighter on this one, Danny, just so I can...
35 miles per hour east.
Okay, this storm is moving 35 miles per hour to the east. It is going to be crossing 89 eventually. Okay, so back it back out again just so I can get a locator on this. And again, what you're looking at here is Crawford County, north of Hytown, McLaughlin Corners, north of Thompson's Mills. That's where that circulation is, and it's already leaching into the Vrooman area. So if you're in any of these towns or any of the roads that I just mentioned, that you definitely want to keep covered. So we got one cell there in eastern Crawford County, and of course that's going to track towards, you want to do a little storm tracking on that cell, Danny, because we've got folks I know in the Grand Valley area, as well as Excelsior's Corners, Eldred Center in western Crawford County. So this storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour. And you can see the towns that could be impacted by this. And again, we're talking about 4:06 p.m. That thunderstorm would be over Triumph in Warren County and also Tidiute at 4:10 p.m. So if you're in this path here, this is taking you into southwest Crawford County. If you're in any of these towns, you want to be in a safe place as well. Okay, let's back it out, give a more regional view, maybe with a reflectivity mode for you. And already numerous reports of some damage. Tom DeVecchio compiling some of those, our newsroom department. Basically, folks, if you're in the northern half of Crawford and if you are in Warren County, you've got you want to be in a safe place. Oddly enough, there's something going on in Edinburgh right now. Again, you're not in the tornado warning, but maybe, Dan, take a look at the Edinburgh Skycam for a second here. If you're not getting affected by the tornadic portion of the thunderstorm, you're still open for hail as well as copious amounts of rain. So here's our Edinburgh University look, and right now, some steady rain coming down on the Fighting Scott there. And we will also, once Danny's getting a report from a newsroom. But basically, you guys, northern Crawford, extreme southern Erie, just keep your eye to the sky. Make sure you can get to a safe place. Erie County, not in the tornado warning, but northern and eastern Crawford is. Now, this is more to the west. This is Conneaut Lake, and you can see quite a bit of wind on the flag here, but this is Route 322, Conneaut Lake. A lot of clouds in the sky, but nothing dramatic happening there. So let's take you over to Meadville. And again, as you look in Meadville, what we're getting is actually some bright sunshine, it looks like, reflecting over 2nd District Elementary. The iris on the camera just refocused there so we can get a more true and less bleached out picture. But a lot of the activity has been just to the north of Meadville, Conneautville, Venango, Cambridge, Woodcock Borough. Okay, and you can see the ragged edges of these clouds that we're looking at as we look on this Skycam shot to the north of Meadville. So as I was just saying, if you're in northern Crawford County from Conneautville or Conneaut Lake over to the eastern portion of that county, you're still under the gun. And if you're in Warren County, you're under the gun as well. Both areas, tornado warning until 4:30 in Crawford, tornado warning in Warren County at 4:45. So here are the storms. You got one moving into Warren County, north of Titusville and Hydetown, headed towards Tidiute here. You also have the second cell here, which is diving east. Why don't you just give me the latest, Danny? Thank you so much. You got another cell right behind it there. You got another cell just getting out of Sagertown there. You got another one between Cambridge and Sagertown here, and then you've got another one over Edinburgh, okay? So 5 cells right here, plus a bonus cell, if you will. And again, all of Warren County is under a tornado warning until 4:45. So almost another hour for Warren County. I think it got upgraded. Mike, or is it severe thunderstorm?
Severe thunderstorm for the whole county until 4:30.
Okay.
For the southern part of Warren.
All right, a clarification, I apologize. It's not the whole of Warren County that's under a tornado warning. Thanks, Dan Rupp, for that. The whole county is under a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning for Warren County is the south central and southwestern portion of the county out towards Tidiute and Triumph there. So if you are in the city of Warren and points to the north with this cell, you can see it's a little bit smaller, doesn't have any purple in it of any consequence. If you're up by Spring Creek or Pittsfield or Youngsville or Chandler's Valley or Scandia or Warren or the Allegheny Reservoir, this part is a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning. The southwest portion and the south central portion of Warren County is the one under the tornado warning. So 4:45, keep your guard up there. Also 4:30, and we continue to check our velocity image of the radar. We're going to track this stuff mile by mile, town by town, and street by street, just west of Blooming Valley, right here, east of Homewood Road, east of Schultz Road, more towards the town of Blooming Valley here. And again, As you can see here, we've got some blending of the colors, some shear indicated here. So if you're in the Blooming Valley area, especially along 77, just southwest of Blooming Valley, up to the northeast of Blooming Valley, here's the center of circulation right there. That is moving eastward. So if you're anywhere along this corridor, you want to be in a safe place as well. So we're isolating Blooming Valley and Crawford County. You guys are under the gun as well. We'll go to Centerville and McLaughlin's Corners and Five Corners as warnings continue to be sounded in our weather office here. So we're just going to isolate the areas that are the most effective and have the latest warnings. Scott, do you have something for me? Oh, you just...
Corey and Wattsburg have been added to the list along with Titusville and then the ones previously reported.
Why don't you give me a complete list?
You got a deal.
Okay. Corey and Wattsburg. And now those are Erie County towns. They have been added to the school list there, and that would be holding the students and faculty there.
That's correct.
Okay.
Everybody, it's a lockdown situation until the storm.
Okay, just get me a complete list if you can, and we'll go over that. Thank you. Scott Bremner from our newsroom. Corey, hold on just a second, Mike. Corey and Wattsburg schools are also on lockdown, keeping everybody there until this threat of tornadic damage is past. And we're going to be right with you, too, until that threat is past. Mike Anderson, one of our Skywarn observers.
3:51 p.m., tornado warning for northeastern Crawford County and northwestern PA. Tornado was located near Guy's Mills or 7 miles east of Meadville, moving at 45 miles per hour eastward.
Okay.
Large and extremely dangerous, that's the circle you see.
Right here, this is where it is, just what we were talking about. You're along 77 and Blooming Valley, some of these smaller towns to the north and northeast, and certainly to the east here. I think I can see State Route 198 right down there. Okay, that's good. What's the other roads here, just north of 198, if you could zoom in a little bit, Dan. Okay, there you go. Something Corners Road, Hickory Corners Road, you're under the gun right there. Route 77, State Route 198, Homecraft Road, if you live on that road. And if you're up here in, is that Mallard? Give me a pronunciation. Mallard Road, we'll call it Mallard Road, okay? We can't emphasize it enough. These reports that are coming in are talking about, what's the wording there, large and what tornado? Large and extremely dangerous tornado. So if you're on these roads, and certainly in the Blooming Valley area, you want to seek shelter. Let's, Dan, why don't you go to the tornado graphic one more time, the tornado safety graphic. We've been isolating these places, and you're looking at Meadville right now as that storm goes to the north and east. We're talking about Blooming Valley, and we have reports of some damage as well. So these are tornado warnings. Crawford till 4:30, Southwest Warren until 4:45. And a little repetition doesn't hurt. If you got a basement, you're in those places we're talking about, get to the basement. If you don't have a building with the basement, you want to be in an interior room, closet, bathroom, or hallway. Pull something over with, put as many walls around you as you can. Stay away from the exterior walls and the windows. That's what you guys should be doing in those towns and streets that we just updated you with on there. And of course, if you're in a mobile home, you want to get out of the mobile home. You want to go to a ditch, a culvert, a low-lying area, and don't be driving through this stuff either. You want to get out of your car. A ditch, a culvert, a low-lying area. These storms have already produced some damage in many places of Crawford County, and they've already produced up to 1,500 power outages in portions of Crawford County. T, if you can be on deck with perhaps some reports, Tom DeVecchio will be joining us. He's checking with the newsroom right now. So Dan, let's do some radar, and just to keep you guys updated, here to prepare, not scare. We'll take each slice of the radar, each town, any roads we can find, show you where the main danger is, where you should be taking shelter. And it looks like two main areas right here. It looks like two tornadoes. Blooming Valley over here, and then to the east of Hydetown, moving into the southwest portion of Warren County. So Blooming Valley to Townville. You guys, right now, make sure you're in a safe place. If you're over here north of Hydetown, it looks like a tertiary cell, if you will, already in southwest Warren County. Let's talk about southwest Warren County. I know this is a heavily forested area. We're going to try to get you as many streets as we can here. So why don't we do Grand Valley to, this looks like Dotyville in southwest Warren County. Remember, this portion of Warren County is under a tornado warning till, what is it, Mike, 4:30 or 4:45?
445.
4:45. So see where these bright reds are mapping on to these dark greens. That's where you have the twisting. So if you are in Selkirk, Excelsior, even Grand Valley, especially to the south of that, this is the area where the rotation is occurring. And this is where you need to be in a safe place. Basement, interior room, lowest level of your dwelling place, away from windows, out of cars, out of mobile homes. Maybe we can get some streets down in here and then eventually do a storm tracker on it. Now, I know that Selkirk Road is one of them right there. Old Rear Grand, out to the east. It looks like Selkirk Road is under the gun. What's this north-south route? That's a main run right here. That's 27. Okay, so if you're in on Route 27, Selkirk Road in southwest Warren County, you want to be in a safe place. This is the center of rotation moving right over you as Dan's drawing an arrow on that. This looks like, is it Goodwill Hill Road? You're in the path of this storm. Route T315, Route T314. You guys, if you live in these areas, this is a dangerous tornado-producing thunderstorm. Make sure you're in the safe place. Then maybe a little, let's do storm trackers for each of the three, starting with this one right here. We'll do storm trackers, so those of you downstream, as we like to say, can get an idea of when this nasty visitor may be entering your neighborhood. And you're looking at the storm near Selkirk Road, near State Route 27, moving to the east here towards Excelsior Corners, Swede Road there, towards Triumph, and maybe Tityute as well. So you guys, especially Triumph and Tityute, we've got you on Storm Tracker still very consistent. What's the speed of movement? Did you say 30?
This one, I believe, last I checked was 35.
Okay, this one's moving to the east at 35. So this is a fairly fast-moving tornadic thunderstorm already producing damage in portions of southeastern Crawford County. So Triumph, 408. Tityute, you've got till 411. So again, basically another 10 minutes or so. You guys in those towns want to make sure you're in a safe place away from this cell. So that's one track. And again, this tornado warning is for southwest and south central Warren County. So those of you guys, I don't know if you know people camping or whatever. I know this is a very forested rural area. You got friends, family, neighbors, southwest corner, Grand Valley, Excelsior Center, Selkirk, Dotyville, Enterprise, Pineville, Triumph, Tityute, those areas.
Essentially, you have two cells on the same path.
Okay.
This is the time for the second cell heading towards the same location.
Okay, so let's go to the second cell.
It's on.
Okay, you got it backed up? Okay, so we've moved from the first cell here back to the second cell, and we talk about this word training. If you're in, again, northern Crawford County and southwest Warren County, do not let your guard down. We have tornado warnings for both counties, 4:30 to 4:45. So we've got another half hour to 45 minutes to keep you updated and watch these storms. We're tracking them mile by mile. Now, this is the second one right here that Dan just showed in McLaughlin Corners. Don't be afraid to circle it again. This is moving to the east at 35. So you get one whammy here where we were talking about in southwest Crawford County, Selkirk, Dotyville, Excelsior's Corners. That one's moving to the east towards Tityute and Triumph. Another one right on its heels here. And again, this is in Thompson's Mills and Dotyville. This is in extreme eastern Crawford County, okay? So that's the second one that's probably going to move into the same areas, and that's what we talk about when we talk about training, and that's why I want you guys, especially Crawford County as well as southwest Warren County, just to stick with us. We're on Facebook as well, live for you. If you've lost some power or you lose power on your television set, go to Jet Fox, your Erie Facebook Live, and we're talking to you right there as well. So again,
That one's right.
The second cell, the one further west?
Yep.
Okay, so this one's even faster, and it's moving to the east. And again, this is southwestern Crawford County, right behind the one, or southeastern Crawford County, right behind the one that's moved into Warren County, right here, just south of Excelsior Corner. And again, these are tornadic thunderstorms. We've had reports of tornadoes on the ground, confirmed by Skywarn, trained observers, and people in the National Weather Service. So this is not something to take lightly, especially if you get one and you got another one right on its heels. Let's go to that border right here with the Thompson's Mill one, if we can, and just show some streets there. And again, one moves out of Selkirk, one is approaching Selkirk. Right here, Spring Creek Road, I saw that road pop up there. It looks like Sutton Road. You're under the gun right here, T643. Okay, if any of those roads are familiar to you, not only if you live there or if you have friends, family, you want to keep them alert, tell them to go to a safe place. This is a tornadic thunderstorm that is headed east on, around the Sutton Road area right here towards right into Warren County. There's Selkirk again. There's Dotyville. So that's the second one right there. And again, the second one, I mean, if one isn't bad enough, we had Triumph and Tityute at like 4.8 and 4.11 from this thing here. Now we have Triumph and Tityute at 4.13 and 4.16 from this one here. So definitely, if you're in southeastern Crawford County, north of Titusville, and if you're in southwestern Crawford County, west of Tityute, this is a very dangerous area right now. If you're anywhere in here, you want to be in a safe place and taking shelter. And again, we're not only on TV, Jet and Fox, we're on Facebook Live, and we're going to just continue broadcasting until the threat of tornadic thunderstorms has left the area. So again, if you've got friends, family in any of these areas, and you can give them a heads up if they've got a phone, even if you lose electricity, go over to your Facebook on your phone, and we'll continue to broadcast these warnings. Dan, let's back it out a little bit.
We do have a warning that was canceled. The one in western Crawford was canceled.
Okay. All right. This is good news. Let's go to reflectivity for a second here. Finally, some good news. We want to say that the warning, and that was a severe thunderstorm warning, correct?
It was a tornado warning in western Crawford.
Oh, western Crawford. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where Sagertown, Linesville is, that has been canceled.
Okay, so this did include part of the tornado warning. So Cambridge, Sagertown, Meadville, and points west, no more tornado warning. The tornadic cell has moved to the east, and you can see it right here. And here's the tornado warning, this box right here, which continues until 4:30 for Crawford County. And the tornado warning continues until 4:45 for southwestern Warren County. Flash flood warning for Crawford County. That's why the whole county is shaded in green, because these thunderstorms have not only been causing damage, debris, and knocking down trees and whatnot, they're also producing hail, which has been anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches in our largest reports. Not everywhere, but that has fallen out of some of these storms. And with the flash flood warning, copious amounts of rainfall. So you've got a flooding potential, you have already seen damage, you've got a hail potential. 4:30 for Crawford County, 4:45 for Warren County. Wind it out just a little bit more, Dan. I know we've had some calls from Erie County, from Albion and Edinburgh. So far, nothing being reported in Erie County other than a thunderstorm. This is east of Edinburgh, and there are no warnings for Erie County. As far as we know, we have no warnings for Chautauqua County and Ashtabula with the flood warning, okay? And looking to the south, doesn't look like we got stuff for Mercer or Venango or Forest at this point. So it's basically the corridor from Cambridge to Guys Mills in Crawford County, across to just north of Titusville that's producing these tornadic thunderstorms, to the northern or the southern 1/4, I guess I can say, of Warren County. 4:30, 4:45. Are there any other items in our Viper system that you'd like to take a look at, Dan Rupp? Do we have any?
We could look at maybe some hail here, but it doesn't look like anything's showing up.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of things.
This was from earlier,
This is from earlier where you see the pink here. So this is where some of the reports of inch to perhaps inch and a half hail fell. And you guys, Venango, Sagertown, Blooming Valley, know all about that. But that was, is that current? Okay. Okay, that's a hail swath. This is a really cool indicator of we also have a debris swath, but let me do the hail swath right now. This is where the hail has occurred. This is your current time, so it's not where the hail is right now. It's where the radar has indicated hail. So that's just another component of a tornadic thunderstorm that you want.
There's some reports up for you.
Okay, so this is 1/4 inch hail for some of these, Blooming Valley, Crawford County, and you can see it right here. But I know we've had some reports of golf ball, 1 inch in diameter, ping pong ball, 1.5 inch diameter as well. So that's a portion of the severe weather concern. And again, you can see the tornado warning here. Centerville, you're still in it. Townville, you're still in it. Hydetown, Titusville. This is Crawford County, all right? So if you're if you're around those towns, maybe in some smaller towns, you want to continue to keep cover. Here's your reflectivity mode. And again, very heavy rainfall now between Sagertown through the east side of, from Venango Township, Crawford County, to east of Sagertown, and another swath from Sagertown west. But you guys west here, you can take a little bit of a sigh of relief. Don't let your guard completely down. But Sagertown and Meadville and Venango and Conneautville and Conneaut Lake and Linesville and Springboro and Cambridge are not under any tornado warning at this point. But you still have very strong thunderstorms with some small hail possible, but copious amounts of rain, torrential downpours. So if you're in a flood-prone area over here, you definitely want to make sure you're in a safe place there as well, away from a flood-prone area, because this is still putting down some rain. Now, the people that are in the tornado warning, we're watching this cell here. Maybe just clicking on that, checking out a speed of movement on that one. You can see this severe storm is moving east at 33 miles per hour. So
We have a flood advisory for Warren until 7 o'clock tonight.
okay, so now we've got a flood advisory for Warren County. I'm assuming it's Warren County because the heaviest storms are in southwest Warren County. So still with this storm back here where the pink or magenta line is going through, moving east at 33 miles per hour. Dan, why don't you use that ruler and just make a line from Townville to the Warren-Crawford line here and see how many miles of distance that is. Okay, so that's 14 miles. This cell is 14 miles away from the border or less. It's moving at 33 miles per hour, so probably in a little less than a half hour, this one will be in Warren County, and we'll see what happens with this warning. I got some reports from Dan Rupp and from our 10 p.m. Fox producer, Carly Dyes. Dan, you go first.
Over here, and funnel cloud was possibly spotted here at 3:53 p.m., or it was spotted, I should say, near Scandia. That was at 3:53, and there was a possible touchdown. This would be earlier near Scandia Volunteer Fire Department.
Okay, now that's in Warren County, and that is outside of the tornado warning. So I just want to go on and tell you folks here, even though the tornado warning is just for south central and southwest Warren County, these towns, or Scandia at least, is way up there in the corner. So even though you're not under a tornado warning and it looks like just light to moderate rain here, Warren and Youngsville and Pittsfield and Springcrease, have a plan. Because these storms have been volatile and causing destruction across Crawford County. So even if you're not under the tornado warning in northern Warren County, including the city of Warren, make sure you're in a safe place. And we'll continue to broadcast until this threat has passed. I'm going to go over here to my 10 p.m. producer. Carly, what do you have to tell us?
There is some weather video from Crawford County
Okay.
that Heather got for us.
All right. Do we have it available?
Yep, it's ready to roll.
Okay. Do we know what town it's in?
I'm not sure. I think she's in Conneautville.
Okay, so what we would like to update, just to give you guys a flavor of this storm, one of our storm chasers, Heather Reichel in Crawford County near Conneautville, has sent us some storm video. So if the directors have that in their possession and they want to roll the tape, this is storm damage in from our storm chaser, Heather Reichel, near Conneautville. And I mean, you look at this. This is an uprooted tree on a porch and on a house. So especially you guys still under the warning in eastern Crawford County. This is what it did in western Crawford County. And thanks to our storm trackers and chasers who give you ground truth of the damage that's already occurred. So if you are still in southeastern Crawford, away from Conneautville and well to the east, this is what you could see happen in the next 25 and 30 minutes. And if you are in look at the tremendous uprooting here. This is storm tracker Heather Reichel, this video coming out of Conneautville or near Conneautville when the storms first started in northwest Crawford County. And this is why we tell you, it's very, very logical, but some people like to go outside, and you can see EMS vehicles here. You can see trees down across the road here. Again, this is Conneautville in northwest Crawford County. This is why you should be in a safe place. And this is the kind of damage that has been part and parcel to these storms. So we're here to prepare you, not scare you, and we're going to be with you. And I mean, look, and we talked about the fact that we've got a flash flood warning in Crawford County, as well as I think a portion of Warren County. Is that correct, Mike?
I believe
Aerial flood advisory.
Area flood advisory. Okay, and you saw the rain coming down there on Heather's video. That's why I always tell you guys, if you're in a flood-prone area, seek shelter or seek areas that are higher in ground, because that rain comes down heavy. You know what can happen. Right now, we're picking up more rotation, and we want to follow the shear markers on our Viper radar. Dan Rupp showing you, again, this is the true Doppler. When you start to get the greens mapping up next to the reds, that's showing twisting of the winds. And the further confirmation of that is what Tom DeVecchio was describing earlier, what's called a low-level lock. Another warning is just coming out. So let's go into this one and kind of get a tighter location for us here, Dan. And again, keep your guard up in central and southeastern Crawford County. This is just east of Townville. Okay, we're putting you in the center of rotation. This is where the radar is depicting that shear marker. And these are the areas right here where you should be taking cover immediately. State Route 408, Mass Grove Road here, Riser Road, Old Grade Road. This is east of Troy Center. And also, if you're along State Route 408, you can see how these greens are bumping up into the reds, and that shows on our radar the twisting winds and where the tornado is most likely located. So State Route 408, down here to Riser Road, T852, T523, T840. And this is all tracking to the east. This is in southeastern. Now, here's the towns. Dan, if you want to put them back up again, that would be awesome. Mike, I'll get to you in a sec. All kinds of information here. Our newsroom coordinating with our storm chasers, as well as all three meteorologists with you here. Hydetown from this tornadic cell, 421. Titusville, a potential at 426. And Pleasantville at 435. So a new shear marker. Tornadic thunderstorm, back it out just a little bit if we can, just to get a few more of the major towns on here. There's your shear marker right there over southeastern Crawford County. Maybe take the shear marker off for just a second, Dan, so I can see a couple of more towns. This is between Townville and Hydetown. So obviously Hydetown, Titusville, you guys want to be in a safe place. In southeastern Crawford County, and you folks still under a tornado warning until 4:45 in southwestern Warren County, and some flooding rains with these storms as well. Mike Anderson, what do you have?
continued to Warren County till 4:45.
Okay.
So it's been continued.
And this is for south central and southwest Warren County. Okay. So this is where the mess is right now, folks. The mess is southeastern Crawford into southwestern Warren. Again, we have the towns here. We have the tornado warning for Crawford until 4:30, so about another 15 minutes. For those of you guys, Hydetown and Titusville, you should be taking cover. And we've got the tornado warning for southwest Warren County and south central Warren County, and we've already seen a couple tornadic cells. One has already moved through Triumph and Titiute, and here's the second one that Dan Rupp had isolated on that's coming east. Can we get a tracker out to Triumph and Titiute for the second one, Dan, there? And again, these storms have been moving generally to the east between 30 and 35 miles per hour. So we'll try to get the next hit over there. I know this is a heavily forested area in southwest Crawford County, but again, if you can see the track there, the second cell looks like it's coming in a little bit further to the south. Triumph, the second cell is 438. Tidiute is 441. Heavy rains, the potential for some hail, but damaging tornado winds and damaging straight line winds with this. So Warren County, 445, especially the southern portion of the county, that's where the actual tornado warning is. But don't let your guard down in northern Warren County. Even though you don't have a tornado warning at this point, we've had a funnel cloud and a possible touchdown. I believe it was Scandia was the town name. And
Funnel cloud.
Yeah. Funnel.
Possible touchdown near the volunteer fire department.
Near the volunteer fire department in Scandia. And Dan, just take us back up into northern portions of.
Do that, a new tornado warning for Venango County. You
Okay.
see right there by Pleasantville is in the path of this. Titusville too, and Crawford.
Okay, new tornado warning for Venango County. Okay, and he's got a track here. This is a track that's taking it through Pleasantville, and I know many of you watch us in Pleasantville. And again, I want to remind you, if you lose electricity, you're watching us on TV, you can pick us up on your phones or other devices on Jet Fox Your Erie Facebook Live. It's simulcasting. We're telling you the same thing in case you lose power. Okay, so Pleasantville, you are also under the gun. So we have a new tornado warning till 4:45 p.m. This is northern Venango County. So we've got southeastern Crawford, we've got northern Venango, and we've got south central and southwestern Warren County. Okay, so definitely those three prime areas. Let's just go over the rules again, Dan, because we've got 3 sets of tornado warnings. And if you're just joining us, people ask the difference between a watch and a warning. A warning means it's happening. So if you are in a structure with a basement, you want to get to the basement. And also put as much over you. If you can get under a pool table, a workbench, protect yourself from debris. If you don't have a basement, you want the interior room at the lowest level on the first floor. And again, closet, bathroom, hallway. If you could pull stuff over you to protect from flying debris, stay away from the outside walls and stay away from the windows. And if you're in a mobile home, you want to get out of your mobile home. You want to also not drive, into tornadic thunderstorms. All right, Mike, do you have something else? So go back to radars, Danny. We'll keep examining it.
Fields is transferring and evacuating to other hospitals to get them checked out.
Okay, why don't you go check with Newsroom to see if there are any updates on anything, including the list of schools. Full list, if you can get it. Okay, we've got the full list. Check on any other information. Tom DeVecchio just helping me out here. What Mike Anderson, our Skywarn trained observer who helps us out here with severe weather coverage, just said is that they are now starting to evacuate Rolling Fields, okay? And that's the nursing home that was hit earlier with the first round. So what I want to do is give you the school locations here where the schools are on lockdown and everybody is at the facilities until the threat has passed. So we've got even Union City. How about just a little bit wider, Danny, so I could get all these towns in here. Union City to the west of Corey. Corey itself, these schools are on lockdown. Wattsburg to the north and west of Union City and Corey under lockdown as well. Titusville, for obvious reasons, you've got a tornadic thunderstorm headed in your area. Pencrest School, if you're in Pencrest Schools, you're in lockdown right now. Edinburgh, and I believe that would be the General McLean district there. Maplewood in Crawford County. Sagertown in Crawford County. Meadville, high school to middle school. It says until 4:15. If these get taken off the list, we will pass along any further information to keep you on that. So again, the areas under the gun, and these are areas with population, and you know why the schools are locking down here with places like Titusville and Hydetown and Pleasantville, and also into southwest Warren County, a kind of a double whammy there, Tidiute and Triumph. These storms have shown a history of producing tornadoes, some hail, and also some flooding rains, torrential downpours with them. So, Dan, why don't we, I'm not sure how many more sky cams we can look at that cover the area, but maybe just to Meadville for a second here. We'll look at some of our, maybe a couple more. And you can see what's happening with this north-facing view. Here's the storm. So you're looking north of 2nd District Elementary, and this is moving away to the east. And that's why you guys, Hydetown, Titusville, Pleasantville, that area are under the gun. That's the back edge of this storm. So hopefully there's nothing tremendous behind it. And let's go back behind it to Conneaut Lake. Obviously a breeze on the American flag here, but again, somewhat damp Route 322. Here's the lake. Nothing coming out of the clouds of big consequence there. So western Crawford County looks better. There are no warnings, I believe, west of 79 right now. This is in Conneaut Lake, and he's panning to you right there. Just got a little spider or bug on the lens there. You can see what's probably just scud clouds. That's called stratocumulus under deck. They're not rotating. They just look nasty as we pan to the northeast of Conneaut Lake and more to the north. And we'll take it around. Thanks, Volunteer Fire Department number 3. They got the camera there. And you can take it all the way to the west, Dan. You'll actually end up in the town of Conneaut Lake if you pan back to the north, the other way, I'm sorry, do the complete loop across the lake and back down to the town in the west. So what we're showing you here on our Skycam, certainly better news right now for western Crawford County. You can see the lake there. You can see where the Barbara J is, and you can see kind of some brightening of the skies as you look on 322 as it goes through the town of Conneaut Lake. So better news there. Let's try one more, and then we'll go back to radar. Keeping in mind southeastern Crawford, Titusville, Hydetown, into Pleasantville, northern Venango, southwest Warren County. You guys are still under the tornado warning. We'll check that out in just a couple seconds. And again, this is Edinboro, so some rain has fallen in Edinboro, but there are no warnings for Erie County, all right? So let's go back. Oh, here's a nice view for those of you in central and northern Erie County. This is our tower cam. You can see it. There's I-90. There's Peach up to the lakeshore. Some dark skies, some brightening of the skies as he takes a look at the northwestern horizon. So Erie County is okay. Western Crawford County is okay. But let's go to radars and let's isolate those areas again where the tornadoes warnings are and where you guys should be taking shelter. Dan's going to use our velocity image again. Winds moving away from the radar site in red, moving towards the radar site in green. When you get towards and away, strong, quickly moving, high velocity next to each other, that's what produces the circulation. So we've got a couple of circulations here. This one is east of Tityute. That was number 1 to hit Warren County. And then we've got the other one, which is Hydetown and Titusville area. Both of these areas are under a tornado warning, including Pleasantville, northern Venango County. So it's 4:30 to 4:45 for these warnings. So another 5 to, or 20 minutes or so, basically. Let's dive down. First of all, let's go Warren County. T, do we have any reports in Warren County from any of our spotters out there?
No reports yet. I can check on that. We got a lot of reports. Guy's Mills of house damage. Leroy, our weather watcher out there, his house got some damage. He's okay, fortunately. Plenty of roads, plenty of trees down. Also, Richmond Township, 3 trees down on the roadways there. 1.5 inches of rain. I'll see what I can find out.
Yeah, why don't you check on that?
So far, we just got reports heavy rain in Warren County. Noreen out in Spring
Maybe
Creek.
check with Peggy Ann.
Yeah, we'll see what she's got
going over there. Okay, here's the first cell, and Danny, this is there's Tityute. So this cell, the first one, is east of Tityute. This portion of Warren County under a tornado warning until 4:45. We're looking at places like Heart's Content, Hermit Springs, and north of Queen. Okay, this is the southwest corner of Warren County. I know it's a heavily forested area, but like I said before, if you got friends, family in the forest doing some camping or in some of these towns, you want to alert them. And this one is, as Danny's tracking it, is 5 miles east of Tityute. And of course, there's Triumph right there, and Crawford County is over there. So maybe just diving down just a little bit into the center of rotation, just get a couple of streets here. US Highway Forest Road, this is 119, okay? U.S. Highway Forest Road 119. You're right by the center of circulation in southwest Warren County. And again, heavily rural area, but if you know people along these roads, you want to give them a heads up. And if you live along these roads, you want to, pardon me, take shelter as soon as possible because you got the reds bumping up into the greens. Pardon me. This cell is moving to the southeast. What was that, about 2025, Danny, do you think? 35, so it's booking even more quickly. So we're dealing with southwest Warren County right now, east of Titusville, south of Heart's Content. And he's going to check the speed of movement on this.
Yeah, 35.
Well, let's use the ruler, draw a line to the edge of Warren County, and we'll give you the distance the center of rotation has from this storm to get out of Warren County, keeping in mind it's moving at 35 miles per hour. So as he draws the line, keep going past Cherry Run, all the way to the border. There you go. 16 miles to go for this storm. It's moving at 35, so within a half hour, this cell should be out of Warren County. If you have friends, family, or interest in McKean County, they will be getting that. Now we want to go back to Crawford, southeast Crawford, northern Venango. We're talking about the Hydetown, Titusville, Pleasantville area. We already have reports out of places like Guys Mills and Townville of house damage there. And you can see some of the road, Keys Road, Church Run Road, Finney Road, North Perry Street. This is the center of Titusville right there. There's 27 as it goes into Titusville. There's East Titusville, Trout Run Road down to Breedtown. And of course, the Warren County is right over here. Maybe a little bit further south or widening out would be fine too, because we've got Pleasantville in this thing too. So those of you in Pleasantville, they're concerned about that. So why don't we, we've got no shear markers at this moment, but maybe we could, yeah, good job, Danny. Make any circles you have to. Anything from our newsroom, photographer Chip Deifel, no extra reports. We'll isolate on this storm because we want those of you in southeastern Crawford County to maintain your vigilance and take shelter, because this is a tornadic thunderstorm and it's moving to the east at about 35 miles per hour. And you can see where the reds go into the greens here, just north of Titusville. Looks like on 89 there. That's where the center of rotation is. Looks like it's passing over and to the north of Titusville and making a beeline north of Enterprise. If you're watching us from Enterprise, you want to make sure you're in a safe place. It's headed towards Pineville here, just to the north of Pleasantville. So these towns, if you're in any of these towns with this particular cell between Thompson Mills and Titusville, you want to take shelter in those towns, maybe Dotyville as well, Enterprise, Pleasantville, I believe that is Nelltown, Pineville, and if it continues on this track, you'll see places like Trunkyville, East Hickory, and Queen over here. So that's the one cell there. Do we have anything further back to the west here with, I think things are quieting down in western Crawford County. We still have some heavy rains causing damage or causing potential flooding. We do have a flash flood warning for Crawford County, and you can see in the Meadville area there. No, not much. Okay, not too much?
It looks pretty weak. The rotation looks weak.
Yeah, I was just talking about the rainfall. The rainfall you can see in the red here. So still some heavy downpours north of Meadville and up perhaps into Sagertown there. But the rotation, as Dan was showing you in that red panel, is very weak. We didn't see the reds mapping onto the greens in our velocity or true Doppler mode. So no tornado warning for Meadville, but some heavy rain continuing. Little shower east of Edinburgh and moving to the east. And as we, what's
north to southeastern Crawford tornado warning expired.
Okay, good point there. I would still keep your guard up in Titusville and Pleasantville and the southeastern Crawford County towns. But you see that in the first few frames, you see the red boxes. Now at 4:30, they're off. So far, the tornado warning for southeastern Crawford County has been allowed to expire. But again, folks, please keep your guard up. This is, these thunderstorms are still producing a lot of lightning, perhaps some hail, and some weak rotation in here just north of the Titusville area. We want to zoom in on that one more time. So kind of a two-edged coin here. The warning has expired, but we're still seeing some red and green next to each other here in the Titusville area. So even though your warning has expired, just to the south of Hydetown, Titusville West, Titusville East, Pleasantville, north of Cherry Tree, Rouseville, in that area right here, even though the warning has expired, we want you to make sure you are still in a safe place for another 10 minutes or so. Looking at some shear here, Danny.
Yeah, weak shear.
Weak shear, when it's just in the green, this is another function of our Viper radar system. The shear is weak, but there is some still there. So these storms can still cause some damaging winds, whether it's tornadic or not. They're already causing some heavy rains to the north side of Meadville, tracking to just north of Titusville and into southwest Warren County and more towards Forest County right now, it looks like, northern Forest and southern Warren County. So right now, the only tornado warning that's in effect is for you guys in Warren County. Keep your guard up in Titusville for another 10 minutes until this stuff passes, and stay with us. Of course, the news is going to be coming on in less than a half hour, and we'll continue to watch this thing throughout the newscast. But Warren County, you're the ones under the gun right now, and northern Venango, just this little area of northern Venango, Pleasantville, down to Rouseville and maybe Cherry Tree, up into the area near Tidiute and Triumph and across southern Warren County until 4:45. So for at least another 10 to 15 minutes, we're under tornado warnings, tornadic thunderstorms in Warren County and northern Venango County. Nothing going on in Erie, nothing going on in Ashtabula, nothing severe in Chautauqua County, but copious reports of damage across Crawford County. Thankfully, the warning has expired, but we're still watching. We're still watching for you right here, because we had Rolling Fields nursing home sustained damage, and working on some evacuation right now. And of course, we've had numerous reports. Mike, you want to check the power outages again? Obviously, when you start taking trees down or against buildings and houses and porches, you're going to have power outages. So have a plan for that. And, trees down and tornadic damage. Again, we're looking at shear here, still some weak shear in the Titusville area. And also for those of you in southwest Crawford County, over to Tidiute and to points east here, moving towards Sheffield. Okay, so this seems to be the corridor, the southernmost portion of Warren County. Now, this is the warning. Again, Clarendon is on the northern fringe of it, so the city of Warren, Pittsfield, Youngsville, Scandia, towns to the north are not in the warning, but we already had a report of a funnel cloud in Scandia. So even though northern Warren County, including the city of Warren, is not under a tornado warning, keep your eye to the sky, keep it tuned here, and remember, if you do lose power, we are on Jet Fox Your Erie Facebook streaming live as well. You can get that on your phones. And just as I'm speaking right now, you can hear another alarm going off in our weather office. So we are here to keep you advised until the threat of tornadic thunderstorms moves out of the area. And these guys will be coming out giving me the latest warning that's in effect.
Tioga, severe thunderstorm warning, and cancels for Potter, so that's outside.
Okay, that's outside Tioga.
Yeah.
Tioga and Potter counties, that's of course north central Pennsylvania mountains. They had severe thunderstorm warnings. They have been canceled, so some good news there. But here's the tornado warning: southern portion of Warren and northern portion of Forest County. Any more information there, Mike?
Just the one that is Meadville, north of Meadville, 1 to 20 out, south of Corey, 1 to 20, 2 in the city of Erie, and we still have that.
Okay, why don't you just write those down on a piece of paper, and we will pass along power outages. Again, so this is the area under the gun here, the rotation between Titusville and Pleasantville. You want to be in a safe place in those two cities and any of the towns surrounding them, and other weak rotation, southern Warren County, south of Cherry Grove. Let's dive into that one for a second, the one in Warren County, try to get some streets and maybe some more towns in, I guess, southeastern. Hard to get them here, but you guys know where you are. If you're anywhere near Cherry Grove, you got some route numbers here, 419, 250, 420, and another north-south road, looks like Minister Road, and another north-south road here, Mayberg Road. So if you're between Mayberg Road, this is getting central southeastern Warren County to Minister Road. This is where the rotation is. So if you're on in any of these areas, any of these rural roads, you want to make sure you are in a safe place. This is south central and southeastern Warren County, where a tornado warning continues in effect in your area for another almost 10 minutes. So let's go back to the other one, Dan Rupp, keeping the folks advised. This is the place that's under the gun, southeastern Crawford County. And you can see the greens mapping onto the reds right here. And you can see Hytown, which has also been in the path of this storm, Titusville, right there to East Titusville, down out Titusville Road here. Here is another what we call couplet, the greens mapping on to the reds. This looks like it's probably in northern Venango County. I believe they also have their severe thunderstorm warning until 4:45 p.m. So those of you, thank you, Mike Anderson, Titusville Road, southeast of East Titusville, south of Enterprise Road, getting ready to move into the Pleasantville area. There's some rotation with this severe thunderstorm, and you two are under a tornado warning until 4:45, so about another 8 minutes for you guys. So you can see the streets here. You can see a few of the towns. Obviously, if you're on this map, you want to take shelter. A little power outage report, and obviously Crawford County's been the county that's been hit the worst with this. Up to 1,500 people without power north of Conneautville. Sagertown, these are the reports, 20 customers without power. Spartansburg, up to 20. And if you were concerned about Erie County, only 2 people, but we haven't had severe weather in Erie County. So we're continuing just to watch the cell as it starts to move out of the viewing area. The tornado warnings should be expiring in another 6 minutes or so, so we will continue to watch the skies for that. Maybe pull it out wide to the Tri-County region or a little bit beyond and go back to the reflectivity mode, because I know with wall-to-wall coverage like this, folks, we are here to prepare you, not scare you. People's lives in jeopardy, people's properties also have been damaged, but some places have been avoided. So you can see up in Erie County, not much going on there. Ashtabula County in Ohio, thanks for the widening out there. Not much going on there. Little cell near Bustye, New York, that's in Chautauqua County. This is not tornadic, this is a heavy downpour. The corridor, what we call training, like you draw a train track and the cars just keep moving over that same corridor. These are training tornadic thunderstorms that have been occurring for the past 2 hours here that have focused anywhere from Conneautville in northwest Crawford. It's moved east of there. And the heaviest weather moving out of the Titusville area now, although there are some heavy rains in the Meadville area right now. No more tornado warning for Crawford County. There's the boxes going away. However, still a tornado warning for southern Warren County, and it looks like northern Venango County. So you guys viewing in that little corridor here, Pleasantville, East Titusville, perhaps down to Cherry Tree, Rouseville, and up into places in Warren County like Tidiute, and over to the east to Cherry Hill and maybe to Sheffield, that area. You want to keep an eye to the sky as we're waiting for this thing to clear the area. And again, for those of you over there, why don't we, Mike, why don't you ask the directors if they could roll that storm tracker footage one more time for you. We will show you, again, this will be from one of our storm chasers. Thanks, guys. And this is near the Conneautville area. And this is the damage that has been produced by this thunderstorm. And whenever people's lives or property are in harm's way here, we're going to get on you here. And we're not only on TV, Fox and Jet, but we're on Facebook Live, Jet Fox Your Erie, to show you we're not kidding around here. We want you guys safe. Your life and your property is more important than our programming at this point. So these pictures out of Conneautville, and you can see the EMS workers, the fire departments trying to move tree limbs away, large uprooted tree here, and others, as you will see here in the video coming up. Other evidences of heavy rain. Again, this is in northwest Crawford County. Look at this huge tree against the garage. So if you are, south and east of Titusville and Pleasantville, or if you're in that southern portion of Warren County, you can get anywhere, anything from real heavy rains like you see in Heather's video here, copious rains, maybe some hail, and these are trees down on this rural road here in the Conneautville area. So this is what is happening right now, and as Danny shows you, the place under the gun here is now moving east out of Titusville. Do we have some rainfall rates or amounts here?
This is the 24-hour rain.
Okay. All right. So
Here's the rate. Here's the rate.
Okay. Where you see these purples, this is going to be the highest rate of rainfall. It's saying that if the rain continues to fall in that area, it's falling at over 7 inches an hour, close to 7 inches an hour here. Now that's a rate. That's not what rain has fallen. That's just how hard it's coming down. We can show you Doppler indicated rainfall amounts. Why don't we do that for a second, Dan? I know you had that screen. This is going to be Doppler estimated. And this is why they have flash flood warnings here. This is the corridor right here from Cambridge to north of Meadville. Radar estimated amounts of 2.1, 2 inches, 2.3 inches. So that's why you got a flash flood warning in Crawford County. 1.4 here, just west of Sheffield, and obviously some rains. This is the tornado warning here, this box for southern Warren County. So those of our viewers and Facebook subscribers in southern Warren County, keep an eye to the sky, keep in a safe place, because you're still under this thing for another 3 minutes at least. There's weak shear. The warning is forecast to expire in another couple of minutes, and we're going to be with you just to make sure that's happening. And if we see anything on our radars that still looks nasty and damaging, we'll stay with you, okay? News time is coming up at 5 o'clock. Our folks in the newsroom will have plenty on this and all the other stories. But again, we're waiting a couple minutes for those of you in southern Warren County, where we do have weak shear and we do have some heavy rains. And those of you right this little corner here, we still got one in the northeast corner of Venango County also expiring in probably less than 2 minutes. So that's this area right here, now east of Titusville, is the tornadic thunderstorm that has prompted those warnings. Extreme northeastern Venango County. You guys should make sure that you're in a safe place. Also, southern Warren County there. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Forest County. This is not a tornado warning, but obviously the storm is capable of damaging winds for those of you viewing us in Forest County. So maybe back out to the wide shot with reflectivity. Is Tom DeVecchio around? T, are you in the house? All right. If you've got anything more, especially...
I do not. We have no reports of severe weather, no reports in Warren County. A lot of it was to the south that we don't...
Okay.
It was fine. It's just
Anything from Main Street?
I just texted him. He said nothing out of Hightown.
So, Tom DeVecchio had a little mic problem. Just reiterate what you were saying from, and come on in here, T. I mean,
Yeah, we've had no reports, no definitive reports in Warren County of anything as far as any major damage. Steve Marshall was in Hightown. He's going to be sending some video right now. He just finished up. Unfortunately, reception down there was kind of rough, so he wasn't able to send stuff. But waiting for a response from him as to any kind of damage down the Hightown or Titusville area. Other than that, Mike Anderson's been giving you all caught up.
Rolling Fields in Crawford County, an elder care facility has been hit directly by a tornado. This is from their Facebook page. They are being evacuated.
What do you have? Carly, is that you? Do you have a live shot for us? Okay, this is, let's get out of the way.
That's a picture from...
Okay, what are we looking at here? I see Conneaut Lake EMS here. What do we... I am assuming this is the Conneaut Lake area. Do we have any other kind of locators here, Carly?
Is that the nursing home?
Is that Rolling Fields?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, there you have confirmation. Our storm chaser, Heather Reichel, coming in. And now we have a live shot set up there.
Should be Conneautville if that's the nursing home.
Okay. Conneautville, Rolling Fields Nursing Home. Am I getting that correct?
5 miles east of Conneautville.
5 miles east of Conneautville. We got great coordination here. Thanks, Dan Rupp, our producer, Carly Dyes, and all the guys in the Weather Center and the newsroom getting this live shot up here for you. Again, Rolling Fields Nursing Home. This is a live picture 5 miles east of Conneautville. You're looking at the damage. This is why we're with you here on TV and Facebook. Evacuation going on as we speak. Mike Anderson?
Yes. All residents are being evacuated, and 2 residents have been hospitalized for unrelated concerns.
Okay, all residents have been evacuated. 2 residents are being evacuated, excuse me. All residents, again, this is Rolling Fields, 5 miles east of Conneautville in northwest Crawford County. Direct hit by one of the tornadoes. Live shot here for you. Residents are being evacuated. 2 have been hospitalized, but with other health-related concerns. You got anything else for me, Carly? Okay. All right. Well, I'll take the first 2 things. Let me get those out for you to the viewers. They have the residents have been evacuated to the fire department at Conneautville, and also to what school? Conneaut Valley School. Okay. Middle school. Okay, so the residents, and again, this is a live shot. There's a tornado damage. Rolling Fields Nursing Home being evacuated to Conneaut Valley Middle School, Conneaut Fire Department, and I know you have some more information you want me to pass along to the public. The Red Cross has set up a shelter at the Church of Christ. We're talking about Conneaut in northwest Crawford County right here. Anything else that, anything new on the schools and the lockdowns, or any further reports from your sources? No. Okay, all we know, another update, Pencrest has released their students. They were on the list. So again, what you're looking at is the damage. This is a live shot from one of our crews 5 miles east of Conneautville in northwest Crawford County. This is damage to Rolling Fields Nursing Home, where residents are in the process of being evacuated. The Red Cross setting up shelters in those areas. Fire department chiming in, Church of Christ helping out with the Red Cross there, and Conneaut Valley Middle School also serving as a shelter. So we are still, we are at for almost 50 right now. Okay, let's go back to the graphics for just a second. Carly, keep me advised if you got anything else you want us to pump up here. But now the tornado warnings have been have expired in our area. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Forest County, northeastern Venango County. So no more tornado warnings as we speak in our area. We still have strong thunderstorms producing very heavy rain from east of Meadville over to Titusville, down to Pleasantville, and into the southern strip of Warren County. And we've got another shear marker. This almost looks like northwest of Marionville. This is Forest County, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're under a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got our main anchor, Sean Lafferty. I'm sure he has some information to share with you right now. Sean, go ahead.
Tom, just got off of the phone with Crawford County EMS, or EMA, excuse me, and 911. They're telling me at this point from the Rolling Fields Elder Care Home in Conneautville, which appears to have been, according to them, the only spot where there was significant damage. They have trees down. They have scenes, sporadically, but the significant damage appears to be at Rolling Fields. They have 162 evacuees right now. They are being sent to, or have been sent to, I should say, the fire hall, which is, if you're in Conneautville, it's pretty much just around the corner from Rolling Fields. They're also being sent to the middle school, which is just north of Conneautville proper on Route 18. Again, 162 people have been evacuated. They did have a gas leak situation, a pretty significant one that they took care of, I'm told, fairly rapidly. That situation, I'm told, has been brought under control. The big questions at this point that have not been answered, as far as I know, according to Crawford County 911, are can the Rolling Fields facility still be used? If so, to what extent? If it can't be used, what do they do with the evacuees at this point? Those are the questions that still have to be answered according to Crawford County 911, the things that we'll be staying on as this story continues to develop.
All right, thanks, Sean. Great update.
By the way, two minor injuries, I'm told. Two
Yep.
minor injuries.
Okay, good stuff.
All right, thank you, sir.
Sean will be back with you in about 8 to 10 minutes as we will be starting the newscast here. We've got something going on down here in Forest County. For those of you who are following on Facebook, looks like right now, just a severe thunderstorm warning. T, would you mind just hopping on here? I'm just gonna do some graphics via the editor. Maybe you could just, Dan, you
Okay.
work with him, and hopefully I can use.
You got it. Okay.
The warnings are expired.
Okay. Again, all warnings indeed are expired here. Dan, you on analysis mode right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is Tom's show loaded up? You can probably load that up. I don't know if you can still load that up and still be in analysis.
You want the severe weather show?
No, for your show, so you can get ready for the show.
Here,
Okay.
I'll do links too, so you can.
Okay, sounds
I'm just
good.
going to work on it over here. You guys work
Okay,
on it.
sounds like a plan.
All right.
Alrighty. As we check things out again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. As you can see, it expires at 5:15 Forest County. We do have some shear there. Dan, let's go back. All the tornado warnings indeed have been canceled. Let's just zoom out here. Let's go into reflectivity mode, and let's see what we've got here. Give the wide shot here pretty much in northwest PA. Let's include Erie and Crawford County. Give you the big picture here. Is this, what rate are we looking at, Dan? Is this Pittsburgh? Okay. So the good news is, looks like precipitation has moved out of Erie County. Ashtabula County, everyone's in the clear, and you can see, let's zoom in now to South Crawford County and see what we have so far here. Again, warnings canceled, but we still have flood advisories and some flood warnings as well. The Sagertown, Cambridge Springs, fortunately, Lionsville, Conneautville, Conneaut Lake, we have the flash flood warning. That's in effect until 9:30. Some of these places have received well over 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. And still watching this area in southeastern Crawford County. Right now, that does look like rain. I'm not seeing much circulation there. Quick look at velocity mode here, Dan. And, well, maybe not. Okay, let's zoom in a little more on this in southeastern parts. Go ahead and stop the loop. And let's see what we've got here. We can see that's good right there. We have some areas where we're still seeing some spin. So just because the tornado warnings are over doesn't mean that that we are in the clear. Here's something immediate release. Crawford County Public Safety reports confirmation that the tornado did indeed touch down in the vicinity of Conneautville. Keep in mind the tornado watch is still in effect until 11 o'clock, and the flash flood warning is in effect until 9:30 tonight. But right now, the area of concern here, we still have some mesoscale and some spin here between Hightown and just south of Townville. So these areas that will be watched even through the show. So those of you, let's zoom in a little tighter here on this cell around Townville, Dan, where there we go. So right in this area here, we have, again, looks like a little bit of rotation. It's a large-scale rotation. Usually, if you want to see some real tornadic activity, we would like to see what we call gate-to-gate shear. This is a little more expanded. So chances are it's probably not tornadic, though we may see some rotation within the thunderstorm, but it doesn't look tornadic. This one here near Hightown, a little bit different. This one could very well be something to watch. So Hightown, you may want to just stay put, stay close to the basement, don't go out here, just in case this circulation does develop into something. But again, nothing official, no warning, no tornado warnings, but that's something that we definitely want to watch here in the Hightown region. Dan, let's zoom in tight on Hightown and zoom in tight on that circulation right there. You see, so that's right along Route 408, Hightown, near the school, and that's where we're seeing, again, a bit of rotation that'll probably move. It'll stay north of Titusville based on the latest movement here. So that's something that we will be watching, and we'll see if anything comes of that, if there are any new warnings. Of course, Tom will have that for you in the show, which will begin in less than 4 minutes. Okay, back to the big picture here, Dan, and let's zoom out full. Let's go back to Crawford County. Let's go back to reflectivity mode and see how the rainfall is going here. Again, still the warning, severe thunderstorm warning, Forest County. But we're seeing things, Meadville, you're in the clear. Pymatuning, Linesville, you're in the clear. We're looking at now Titusville, Hightown, Cochranton, still under the gun with these heavier storms. And, of course, most of Venango County, as well as Forest County. Okay, everything farther toward the south into Sheffield. Okay, we're going to almost get ready to go to break. I have to actually take off this microphone, and I have to switch microphones. If not, I just made it up. Okay. So we do have, again, some heavy storms here now south of Sheffield heading into Forest County. So we do appear to be winding down with this particular situation. Again, we'll be watching that circulation in the Hightown area as it heads north of Titusville into the southwestern corner of Warren County. We'll see how things go there. Is Tom gonna still have his mic? Is Tom still going to have his microphone, his mic 3? Okay, he's still wearing his. Okay. All righty. So we'll fill here until we get to the opening of the show. And here is the circulation. Still some spin here in Forest County, as Tom mentioned earlier, close to Marionville. And, okay, was that just issued there, Dan, that tornado warning? Okay. Okay, tornado warning just issued. Now, this is Forest County. If you have any interest in Forest County, this one is moving toward the south and east. We saw the circulation there, and that is going to be something, if you have any interest there, headed toward East Hickory and areas around the Marionville area. You want to tell them to take shelter with this tornadic event. And of course, you already know the history as we've been talking here. So, that's how things are looking here. We're going to be starting the show very soon, and we'll. Okay. Okay, we have less than a minute until the show here, Tom. So Tom's getting his show going, and all right, one more look at reflectivity.
Give me a sky cam from the control room. Dan's going to load my show.
Okay. We have a sky cam here from the control room, and again, Tom Atkins will be out here locally. This is our sky cam live shot out of the Summit area. This is our Summit New Motor sky cam. You can see we have still a lot of low clouds, and we didn't get much in this area. And here's a look at the whole Earth. Okay, it doesn't get better than that. So we are going to move out here. I'm going to come out. Tom A is going to come in. We're going to get close to starting the show.
With us. We're going to bridge right on into the newscast. Sean putting on his sport coat. Jill's getting ready. And right now, just looking at sky cams. Are we on the show right now? Okay, can you give me the clicker there and we can do that. Have we started? We're in forecast first. Let me know. Okay, here's your showers and thunderstorms, the heaviest of which are now moving to the southeast of our area. Teamwork, that's what we love here at JET. So be careful for still some more heavy downpours to the south and east of our area. But much of the severe weather has passed out of Erie, Crawford, and Warren. Our current temperature at Erie International Airport at 71 degrees. Dew point still sicky, a high of 75. So as we take you through